and today I'm going to be what the fuck was that? Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, this is a story time about one of my ex-boyfriends on IMVU. He was really conceited. He treated me like crap. And he basically accused me of a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys like the story time. And it's requested by Kai. I'm in the shop because that's what I do when I film story time videos. If you guys hear this tapping noise constantly throughout the video, I swear it's no one fapping near me. It's just my computer tapping against my headboard. This all happened in Aegis' chat room. Faith and I went in there because we were just bored. And we wanted to make fun of people because that's just what we do usually. And there's this guy in there. I'm gonna call this guy Drake. I know, random ass name. And oh my god. Okay, so basically I was a hoe back then. I was a hoe. Every girl has been a hoe in IMV at least once in her lifetime. I went in there and I just saw Drake and I was like, he ugly as hell, but I'm gonna keep talking to him anyway. So I sat right next to him and I said, hey, and we just had a conversation. He was kind of rude to me, but I was like, I might just play along. And basically, it wasn't like a rude, like, oh, I hate you, like, get out of my face kind of rude, but it was like a, hey, I'm gonna flirt with you, but, like, I'm being mean to you right now, but I'm flirting and I'm actually interested. So, teasing. He basically asked me questions the whole time we were in the private chat. Questions like, what's your name? Like, I don't know, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Not gonna lie, I was kind of interested in this guy. So I wanted to talk to him more. I was not really sure about my feelings at this time. Although I showed an interest, I wasn't very interested in him like all the way. So like at this time, I still liked this guy from my chemistry class. I mentioned him many times already, but I liked him and I didn't know what I felt about Drake. Oh my god, I almost forgot his name. He wanted to hang out and talk more, and I think we gave each other our kick names after that. No idea, but he texted me almost every single day, but I did not reply to him. I was so mean for doing that, but I was just not like, you know, like he wasn't really interested. He wasn't my top priority at that time. If I were to answer to his text, it would probably take at least 4 hours to reply. That's how long it took me. And sometimes I wouldn't even bother to reply at all. I just read and be like, oh, okay, he texted me. What the heck is this? Drake got tired of trying, right? So he was such a hypocrite though. He basically would always get mad at me because whenever he was online, I didn't acknowledge the fact that he was online. But the thing is that whenever I was online, he didn't acknowledge me either. So I don't know why he's like complaining and acting like I'm the bad guy here. But I saw him in a chat room when Faith and I joined. Well, we just came on, I saw his name and I was like, hey, look who's online, you know? And Faith already had a problem with him because he showed so much attitude towards Faith. Faith actually wanted to be his friend at first, but then he'd be like, why? Like, I don't want to. Or he'd act like he'd had a problem with her. But the thing is Faith didn't even know who he was. He was in a chat full of bitches. Like, I don't know if he knew these people, but he completely ignored the fact that he knew me. He acted like he had no idea who I was. And that's okay, because I didn't want to know who he was either at that time. I really wish I didn't join that chat because that relationship wouldn't have started. But anyways, okay, he pisses me off so much. But his friend, out of nowhere, came in and tried to fight Faith. Faith was just trying to confront him about the way he's been treating her lately. Like, she didn't even do anything to him. So she was just really confused on why he was treating her like crap. I wanted to help and defend Faith, but for whatever reason, I liked this guy again. I was so dumb, okay? I'm so dumb. I just automatically, when I saw him, I was like, shit, I like this guy. It was weird, okay? And I just sat next to him and I was trying to explain to him, like, why are you so mean to Faith? Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So after that, Faith actually had to leave early too. They were not on good terms still, but him and I actually still hung out. Asked why I was ignoring him, and we just talked about us for a little bit, and then we agreed to talk again. I don't know how we got together. I think he asked me out a couple days after that. So we didn't even know each other that well, and it was actually my fault for letting it happen. It was my fault for letting this relationship or whatever, this friendship we had, go too fast into a relationship, and that's how you know that the relationship won't last. This guy, when I tell you this guy moves on like so quickly, not moving on from like his ex, but moving on as in going too fast in the relationship. Maybe like not even 3 days, he would already tell me that he loved me. And he would be so mad when I tell him, like, oh, it's not my time yet to say I love you back. I usually wait till a month to tell someone I love them. Well, unless it's like under some circumstances, and sometimes I say it earlier, but he got so angry because he believed that if I don't tell the person that told me that they love me at that moment, like the same time as them, then it means that I don't like them. And he'd be like so angry about it. And I told him, like, can you not wait for me? Because if you can't wait for me, then I can't wait for this relationship to end. I think I kind of threatened him in a way, like, if you can't wait for me, then I can't be in a relationship with you. So I guess that was kind of like a threat, whatever. And he told me that he'd wait. This guy, he marked on his calendar the day I'm supposed to tell him I love you back, which I didn't. It was like 2 days late, but I was like, what the? I was like, what? He told me in our relationship that he followed me into chat rooms. First off, that's kind of creepy as hell. Second, why did he wait till like we got into a relationship to tell me that? So, whenever I hung out with guys, they were just my friends. He would get so jealous and angry at me, and he'd accuse me of cheating. Plus, they were my friends, and he knew they were my friends. He'd ask me a question like, why do you want to meet my friends? All that kind of stuff. I just wanted to meet his friends because he met my friends, and so why can't I meet your friends? It's kind of fishy. And he told me he didn't hang out with them anymore. The thing about him is that one day we were just hanging out, and he told me, you know, not gonna lie, I think my avatar is the hottest one I've seen so far on IMVU. Guys, if you're watching this, please don't ever put yourself on top like that. Please don't do that. Please don't think you're the hottest shit on IMVU, because let me just tell you, that just tells your girl that you're conceited as hell. Like, I didn't say anything to him, but I kind of cringed so hard my back hurt. I was like, okay, did this guy really just tell me that? He texted me during school, and then he'd get irritated if I didn't text him back. It wasn't always about, you know, fighting, but whenever we fought, I told him that, you know, all these fights we had were irrelevant. They were so stupid, and I told him many times that if we have another one of these stupid fights, we had 3 fights in like 2 days. He complimented me a lot. It wasn't creepy at all. I actually kind of liked it, but at one point I told him like how I truly felt about him. So since I did like the guy in my chemistry class at that time, I told him that I didn't feel comfortable with him anymore. I actually talked to Faith the morning that I broke up with him, and she told me that I should do what I think is right. So I broke up with him. I explained to him that I didn't feel like I liked him anymore. I would read this to you guys, what I said to him, but it's so long. But basically, to sum it up, I just told him I liked someone else, and that I talked to Faith about it, and Faith told me to make the right decision, and I made this decision. And he was actually nice about it. He was like, it's fine, I understand, Alex. I wish you the best in your happiness, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, he's actually kind of nice about this. So I was like, thank you. And we didn't text or talk at all. That's kind of what happens when you break up with someone, obviously. And he actually unfriended me right after I told him that we can still be friends, which pissed me off. So I texted and I was like, so you unfriended me the moment you told me, yeah, it's okay to be friends with you still. Like, this guy made no sense. I call her Lily. So Lily is one of my subscribers. She claims that she actually dated this guy. I actually didn't trust Lily near Drake because she copied his bio on Instagram and like commented on our pictures together, and it kind of just was kind of fishy to me. So I was like, eh. I'm sorry guys, I'm not putting on any products right now. I'm too busy telling the story, so I hope you guys like don't mind about it. But he claimed that he didn't even know who she was, and then when she told me that they used to date on a different account, it kind of made me a little pissed off because I was like, you lied to me. But he and I talked about it, and he was like fighting with her on Instagram. So what really made me angry was he got mad at me because I didn't text him the whole time we were taking a break, but he didn't text me either, and he'd get mad at me. And he only thought about himself during fights. He'd be like, oh, what about me then? Oh, what about me? What about me? All that kind of stuff. I'm like, this is not about you though. And he actually called me a kid, and that he wanted to date a grown-up person, and that I'm not, I need to grow up, and basically saying that his girlfriend's coming to Portugal to meet him. I'm like, I don't give two shits. I don't give two shits who comes to meet you. I don't remember too much about what happened because it was a while ago. This was right before Thanksgiving break. So I'm just basically telling you guys the key points of what happened. And I did upload a note thing on Instagram one day. I should probably take it down, but you know what? I'm gonna be petty and keep it there. Just realized I have no pants on. So I'm actually not too worried about what happened between Drake and I. Him and I just didn't connect, we just didn't get each other, and obviously I wasn't feeling anything for him at that moment and the way he treated me, and I was just blind. I guess I just don't realize when guys treat me like shit because I'm just so into the feeling of like being loved. Like I loved the feeling of someone complimenting me every day that I just didn't notice the way he was actually treating me. It's okay because I met this amazing guy named Kai. Him and I are actually on really good terms right now. We always talk on the phone. He treats me the way I should be treated, and I treat him the way he should be treated because, you know, he's freaking amazing, and he is basically the best thing that's walked into my life in a long time, and so I'm just so happy I have him in my life right now. And Kai, because you're watching this, I love you very, very much. Kai has actually shown me all these qualities that I haven't seen in a guy for a very, very long time. Guys just change a lot nowadays, and I just consider myself so lucky to have someone like him in my life right now. And that's why I'm gonna cherish him, and he's just the best, and he's really, really amazing. You guys are probably asking, are you gonna upload this Saturday or Sunday because it's gonna be Christmas? I'm not going to upload because it's just Christmas and I need to spend time with my family and Kai. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys probably Monday or something because it'll be my Christmas break anyways. So I'll probably upload the day after. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. And Kai's birthday was actually yesterday. So if you guys are kind enough, please comment down happy birthday to Kai. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye. Already got enough of them.